Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Ciara. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're an old subscriber, welcome back. In today's video, it is a collaboration that is a Mother's Day tribute that's hosted by Wanda from Mr. Mechie, and I'm the co-host Ciara. And in today's video, I'm just going to strictly talk about the birth of two of my kids. I was tagged in a story time Mother's Day tribute by Shanique from the Q Fam. Her link will be in my description box down below, as well as the playlist for the Mother's Day tribute. In today's video, let's talk about my story time of the birth of both of my kids. I can do a lot of comparisons with that with both births, but let me just say they both are very similar and very different at the same time. So with my son, I was 17. I had just got into my senior year, and I was to come in remotely for the first 3 months of schooling. So basically September, October, November, and by December I was already had my son. So with that being said, I am a senior in high school who was at the time doing remotely online. My mom took me to the hospital one day for one of my checkups. As a matter of fact, it was my 38th checkup. 38-week checkup, and they said that I was already I think 1 or 3 centimeters dilated. So at that point, you have your bags packed, but they're at home. You don't expect to have a kid, that same day or whatever. So I ended up staying that day, not going, back home or to school or anything. And I ended up making no progress. So they sent me home that afternoon. This was a Thursday. And then a couple hours later, I ended up coming back to the hospital around 1 o'clock in the morning, because I basically was in labor. I literally got there 1 o'clock in the morning and had Cam within 12 hours. So Cam was born November 11th, 2011. So he has a very special birthday of 11/11/2011. He came naturally, no problems. I was a lucky teen mother to not have to go through any of those problems, like a C-section or any birthing complications along the way. Cam came out weighing 7 pounds 3 ounces, and he was a healthy little baby boy. So I ended up graduating about less than 6 months later, and it was a joy to have him at the graduation, even though he was under 1 and will never be able to look back on oh, I was there for my mom when she graduated, she still did it, but that's that. On another note, let's talk about the birth of my daughter. So my daughter Skylar, that was a roller coaster right there. I felt like I was in a better head state as far as getting ready to give birth to this healthy little baby girl. I at the time was 21 or 22 when I was having Sky, and let me just say that the 5th month came. They told me I was having a girl. I was excited because I now had one of each, and September came, and it was time. So I went for my checkup the week of her birth, because she was born on a Sunday, and everything was just fine. And then I started realizing okay, my mom's in town. This is my cue to try to get Sky to come into the world, and it wasn't working. So my mom eventually went home, and then the next weekend came, the actual weekend of her birth, and she finally came into this world. 7 pounds 7 ounces. So my son was a couple ounces under her, and she was a little more than he was. They both were the same length just about. One was 20 inches, one was 21 inches, and they both were healthy, both natural births, and that was in my plan. I don't think I ever planned for either one to be like a C-section or you know, like any complications. So both births were just amazing. And with her as well, I was not in the hospital too long. I literally got there around like 10 a.m. Literally had my daughter at 4:12 p.m. and it was a lot of it was just a lot, because you know, it's just like you're not only a mom to one, but you now became a mom to two. So both of my birth stories are very similar. They're very much the same. It's just they have different portions of the story that don't match. So yes, I have one boy, one girl, Skylar and Cam. One came out 7 pounds 7 ounces, the other one came out 7 pounds 3 ounces. One was 20 inches long, the other one was 21 inches long, and they both were natural births, and I thank God every day for that, and I'm thankful for my kids. So just being a mom is something that I would love to give a tribute to. If you are a teen mom, just know that you can do it. I did it. Being a mom is one of the best things in the world. It might be hard, but your kids make it so much better, because you not only have love for yourself, but you now have love for one or two or more kids of your own. And of course, in this video, I'm definitely going to tag 3 other people whose birthing stories I would love to hear, and that is Whitaker's Way, as well as Life with Missy, and Mariama from Mom Life and Margaritas. Be sure to check out the playlist that's in the description box down below, and also be sure to check out the Q-Fams video, as I was tagged to do this story time upload on my birthing story of my kiddos. Bye.